what is your opinion on Waco? Because from the looks of it, there's a lot of strong opinions from the internet. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon discussing Waco American Apocalypse. So what is this about? Pretty simple premise. This is a 3-part documentary series on Netflix. Everything that has to do with crime, murder, shit like this, it will be 3 episodes on Netflix. And here we have never before seen footage, some computer-generated footage, and some interviews from the people inside the compound when they were children, and also the FBI hostage and negotiation team of what happened on that day. So did I like this documentary? I really did. I thought it was good. It gave me a lot of information, and I was only interested in the Waco, fiasco that occurred after I watched the Michael Shannon, Taylor Knish series. I think it was on Showtime, CBS, Paramount Plus kind of thing. That really got me entertained of like, okay, what actually occurred in Waco? So I did some research. I bought some of the books. So I bought 2 books, the FBI side and one of the people that was in the building side. So I really got to know some information about this. And when watching this docu-series, it does bring a lot of information to light, even though I do think the FBI/ATF are full of themselves to an extent. So let's talk about the positives. I do think the interviews are good. Some of them are crass. Some of them are just emotional, but they are all needed because what did the hostage team go through? Because they are more direct, I'm going to break this fucking door. We're going to get this done through and throughout. That is their motive. They don't want no bullshit in their lives, and that is what they do. Then we have the negotiation team, which I could say they kind of want bullshit in their life, even though that's kind of really fucked up to say that, but they're more methodical and more like, okay, if we do this, what is the tree that's going to occur? What is this diagram going to, if we, do this, if we play all this loud music and make them not sleep, what is this going to do? Okay, if we arrest this person for coming out voluntarily, what is this going to trickle down to? So you do have those elements of that. Then you have 3 people inside the compound. You have one of them, which is played by a McLemore brother, if you watch the Waco series with Taylor Knish and Michael Shannon. Then you have a child and one of the mothers. When I said, when you release someone, they go straight to jail. One of the mothers that came out, she went to jail. And it didn't really go into depth about how much time she was in jail for, because what did she actually do in the compound? Did she do anything with the weapons? We don't know. And even the ATF don't know. They literally said, you conspired. What the fuck did she conspire to? She was literally in the compound raising a child. So you're like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up, ATF, FBI, federal government. That really is kind of fucked up to, we all put her in the yellow jumpsuit for doing what exactly? So there's a lot of fucked up shit that occurred. So let's talk about the negatives. And I think the negatives is the CGI computer elements. And what do I mean by that? There's one scene, I don't know if it's CGI, but it completely looks at it when they do a top-down scene and when the fires occurred. Then you have one of the FBI people saying there was 3 areas where fires were lit. But that doesn't really look real, especially at that time in 1993, if I'm not mistaken, 91 between 93. I'm pretty sure it's 93, but I'm an idiot, so who knows, right? I don't think you had drones looking at that footage, so I'm pretty sure that was fake. And they did that because one of the FBI people said, we saw it in 3 different areas. But there's one guy in the compound that says, I did not see any fires being started, right? He's literally like, I don't see fires being started, period, dot. And then the FBI agent goes like, he's full of shit. It's like that hubris of that motherfucker to think, you know what? That tear gas you put in there can start fires. Hint, hint. And it was a windy day. It looked pretty fucking windy. And also, why roll up? If you think these people are making grenades and making semi-automatic weapons into automatic weapons, and they've never fired upon a person in general, and you have a warrant, knock on the door and be like, we have an arrest warrant. There is no need to go out guns blazing. I feel like they wanted to prove a point. The FBI was like, big dick swinging. We're going to fucking do something to prove a point. And proving a point killed, 4 of their agents and then like 83 total. So you're just like, what the fuck was the reason of that? Just knock on the door. We have a warrant for your arrest. Please come out quietly or it's going to escalate. And if you would have done that, you know what would have happened? 83 people probably wouldn't be fucking dead. So your strong arm tactics really fucked up, and that's the big thing. And it did talk about the miscommunication between the hostage team and negotiation team, and how everyone everyone had big dick syndrome. It was big dick syndrome from beginning to end, and that's what you have to give about. I mean, also, did David Koresh really sexual assault the kids? I don't know. None of the kids that were interviewed were assaulted, so you just got to go by he say, she say at this point, because that's all the world is. And when I did a quick look at Rotten Tomatoes, user scores of what they thought, holy shish kebab. Some people have strong, strong opinions. What do I think happened? Do I think they actually set the thing on fire? I mean, talking about how he could have, but I feel like he would have more gone out guns blazing than mass suicide, in my opinion. And then throwing all that tear gas, like, through the front door, like, what the fuck do you think was happening? You know, there's kids in there. The building could collapse. You don't know how the structure is. You don't know how strong the fucking structure is. So it's just like, it was a bad mojo shit MacGruber from start to finish overall. But when I'm talking about the Waco American Apocalypse series, the 3 episodes went by pretty quick. It was no bullshit. And I could say, if you're interested, this is one to watch. So Waco American Apocalypse will receive a 4 out of 5 with Futons, which equals that 80%. So the critics and user scores gave this one. So you have critics at 89% with 9 of them. Audience scores 61% with fewer than 50, no critic consensus. Now, like I said, I do think that 61% for the user review is because of, like, the outlook of this show was made over the ATF and FBI were heroes, and back they were terror. But the one really above it is, like, they make David Koresh look good. So you literally have 2 reviews, one saying it's leading to defending the actions of the cult. That's a half a star. Then a 1 star underneath it saying it makes the ATF and FBI look like heroes. So that probably makes the documentary better than you think. Because if you have 2 people, probably on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, saying they made these people look good, but it made these people look good, it's 100% in the middle. So do you get the 61, 89, 80? Chase Hawk with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One more thing, Butontopia, Buford. Say, watch my freaking fantastic day. Doesn't matter what day, week, month, year you're watching this. I still love every single one of you.